think so. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Am I alone? Okay, so I said I was going to do the live to talk about this weekend and get ready for watching my shows tonight, but I'm exhausted. We got back late last night, so I'm just going to do this and then I'm going to watch videos tomorrow because I'm really fucking tired and I'm behind on my editing. So once a few people get here, then we can get into it because I had such an amazing time and just was so lucky to run into who I ran into. So we'll get into it. I am going to do my makeup just because I like to have something to do while I'm talking to myself. So, but don't expect me to post anything tonight or early tomorrow because it's just not going to happen. 3 days in the Texas heat is draining, very draining. But I want to go back next year. It's a fun time, it's a vibe, and yeah, there's nothing like live music. So hopefully next year it won't be so hot. I thought last year, or when we booked for this year, I thought it was going to be good. The weather was going in our direction. Then every time we would look at Austin, it would just get hotter and hotter. So we were like, fantastic. We're going to have to find the shade. Which we did. But sometimes there's not enough shade to go around for 75,000 people. So it was hot. We were hot. One of these days, though, it's going to land on a weekend where we've got good weather. Because literally, as soon as we were leaving, less than 30 minutes later, it started getting cool and it started raining. And it was great after that, but it was over. That's Texas weather, though. What's up, guys? Does anybody want to mod the chat? Just for spoilers. We don't just have to talk about ACL. We can talk about any of the shows that I'm currently watching, which is quite a few these days. Hasna, hey, do you want to mod? Because I will definitely make you moderator if you wanna. Okay, great. Hey, Letitia. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get here just so I don't have to start and stop my story. But yeah, what's up? I'm excited to get back into my shows. It's been a few days. Usually, you know, it's all the time. Oh, okay, yeah, Karen, go for it. I wonder which actor. Oh yeah, no, I haven't started yet. Haven't started the story. But I'll post this live after I'm finished, so if you miss anything. But I am way behind on editing, so I really got to get that done tonight. Oh, do you go by Bex? Can I call you Bex? Sorry, late. I tried to, it's hard with everybody on a different time zone. But like I said, I'll post this later for anybody that is asleep right now or watching the Winchester Live. Okay, cool. Y'all, I still can't believe what happened, how it happened. Um, it's just so unexpected just because so many people are there. Like I wasn't looking for anybody. Although I do know, like, I knew that Jared had gone a year, because this wasn't my first time at ACL. I've gone 2 times before this. Um, I've never seen anybody, but I knew that Jared had gone before. But I was just there vibing, and then I turned around and there they were. But I'll get into it. Paulina, I'm loving that you're doing reactions to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That show is a blessing to me these past few years. You'll love it. Yeah, I'm already liking it. I think I'm 6 or 7 episodes in, and it's great. I knew I would, and I knew that, like, a lot of people liked it outside of just liking the MCU. It's got a good, like, following. So, but yeah, I'm already liking it a lot. Cassie Alpha Eva 86. Hello, Shelly. Yeah, Gotham Knights is coming up. That's exciting. I want to see his look. I know he's probably just gonna be what's Two Face's alter ego, um, or the real name of Harvey Dent. I'm sure he's just gonna be Harvey Dent for a while, but it'll be exciting to see his take on Two Face. Rat Safari, George Floyd. What about George Floyd? You saw him in a potential Harvey Dent suit? Exciting. He'll do great. Okay, well, it hasn't been that long. Should I start the story? I look like Emily Lynn. I don't know who that is, but thanks. I guess I could just start the story and, like, people can back up. Like, just because it's live doesn't mean you can't back up. So I'll just start talking about it. So we were late on Friday. I feel like everything matters because if I didn't do exactly everything the way it happened, I wouldn't have ran into them. So we were super late because of me. Because we didn't leave here until the day of, the first day on Friday. And it's like a 3.5 hour trip for us. And, we were talking and jamming in the car, and I just missed a turn and didn't realize it for a good 30 minutes. So a 3.5 hour trip turned into a 5 hour trip. And Emily and I went, and we met a friend who is in Denver now. So she flew in, and we went to go pick her up. We made it to parking around 4. And if you've ever been to a festival, you know the situation. It's a lot of walking. Wherever you park, it's not going to, even if you get dropped off, it's not going to be near the park entrance. You just have to walk a lot. So by the time we actually got to hear the music, it was close to 5. Our first set we saw was Arlo Parks. She was chill. She was a vibe, but it was 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. So it was hot as hell. And so, kind of just dealing with that. As soon as we got there, I had a drink, of course. I drank hard seltzers the whole time because I don't like beer. Uh, so we saw her set. It was cool. It was chill. Then, what did we do? I had the schedule pulled up. Go to Friday. The fun thing is that I already had Jensen on my mind because after we saw Arlo, we saw Nathaniel. I think is that right? Yes, Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats, the band that sings Son of a Bitch. So we were singing Son of a Bitch, and of course I was thinking about Jensen singing Son of a Bitch. And so I was already, in that headspace. I was already on my second hard seltzer and not high. I was definitely not high. That's not something that I would do at a festival, you know what I mean? But so I was vibing and thinking about Jensen. And so after we watched them, I did manifest it has no, you're right. Hey, Lewis, I just started the story. Hello, Phantom Quartz. So once that set was over, I went to go get another drink. And at this point, I'm buzzing. I'm not high. And I'm just having a good time, even though I'm sweaty. It's fucking hot. But the vibes are good. And then our friend Molly wanted to go see Billy Strings, which was just the next stage over. And, in retrospect, if I had to guess what event I would see them at, it would be Billy Strings because it was just that vibe. And we were listening to the set for a while, and then I saw the wine area, and they had some frosés, which was like the only like super cold drink. So Emily and I walked off to go get wine, and we got that. And as we were coming back in to go back to Billy Strings, I just see this shock of red orange hair, and I'm like, no, no, that's not her. But as I, was immediately like scanning to see if I saw someone else that like looked similar, that I could be like, oh, maybe it is her. Steve Carlson just turns and heads in my direction, and I'm like, oh, that is Danielle, because that's Steve. And I'm less than 10 feet from them, and I'm just like Emily's starting to go ahead. I'm like, wait, Emily, stop. I'm like, that is Jensen's wife. She doesn't know Danielle. And his bandmate, Steve Carlson. And I'm like freaking out because, I'm already pretty drunk and not high. So I'm freaking out. I'm shaking. I'm like, oh God, do I go say something? Like, what do I do? But like, Steve is pretty much heading in my direction. So I just fucking go for it. I'm just like, are you Steve Carlson? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh God, what did I say? I said, oh my God, I love your music. I watched your documentary. I thought it was great. I can't wait for the next album. And he was like, oh, I was working on that earlier today. And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. But I didn't mention Jensen at all. I was like, no, I'm not going to make this about Jensen. I was just really excited to see Steve. So I was like, can I have a picture? And he's like, sure. And so I've got like 2 things of wine in my hand, and I'm trying to take a selfie of us, and I'm just shaking. It's just not happening. And then, like, I take one and it's super blurry, and I'm like, Emily, take our picture. And she's got like more drinks in her hands than I do. She's like, oh, I'll try. And I'm like, no. I set my drinks down. I was like, I can do this. And Steve was so like patient with me. And so I was able to actually get a really good picture with him. He was so sweet, so awesome. And I was just like, I can't wait to hear the next album. He seemed genuinely happy that I said that. So that was awesome. So at that point, I start to walk away because I'm like freaking out still. But then I'm like, oh, Danielle's right there. Do I go? I can't not, like, this is my shot. This is my opportunity. But like, it wasn't as organic as it was with Steve, because Steve was like literally heading towards me, and I kind of just, met him halfway. With Danielle, she was like in this like group. So I would have to like interrupt. So I was less ready to do that. But I was like, I have to. Like, I'll never get this opportunity again. So she's just like standing there, like her back's to me, and I kind of like drive by, like, "Hey, I love you, you're the best." And I don't think she heard me really because I'd already started to pass. So by the time she looked around, she thought it was Emily that said it, and it was like, No, she said that." So she turns to me, and then I just like, I'm already like on cloud nine because that my interaction with Steve, and I was just like, what did I say? I was like, "Oh my God, I love you. I'm only on season 12 of Supernatural, but as soon as I finish, I swear I'm gonna watch the Winchesters." And she's all, "Thank you." But like, I was still kind of like far away from her. So I didn't like ask for a picture just because the vibes weren't exactly the same as with Steve, because it was just kind of like me and him off, whereas Danielle was still kind of in her group. So I didn't want to like, I felt like I was interrupting already, and I was already drunk, not high, and freaking out. So I just kind of like talked at her, but she was like really sweet about it. And I was just like, "Okay, God, I love you, bye." And then I like freaked out some more. Like, I was telling Emily who they were. We got back to our friend Molly, telling her what happened. And then I was like, I posted on the Discord that had happened. And I was like, "Oh, maybe I should go back and get a picture with Danielle, or try to." But I was like, "No, I missed my chance." But I went back over there, but I couldn't find him again. But I was like, "Holy shit." Like, there are so many people at ACL, like 75,000 a day. And the likelihood of that happening, and it happening organically, like I literally almost ran into Steve. That was like the coolest shit ever. The fact that I've like reacted to his documentary, and it was just surreal. I was freaking out for the rest of the night. But yeah, so that was it. And you guys saw the picture. I think it turned out really well. I don't think I'm 100% too much at all times, but I don't think I was too obnoxious. So I think it went well. So yeah, that's what happened. Okay, okay. Castiel Forever. I listen. I can only do what I can with that copyright. I can't do a circle video. I don't have the editing footage for it. I already have my setup that I've been using for the last over 3 years. The only thing I can do is put a watermark over it. I'm sorry. They're watermark free over on Patreon. That's all I can offer. But Warner Brothers has completely changed whoever is in charge of copyright over there, because they don't let you get away with anything anymore, which is pretty dumb of them considering it's free promo for their shit. But they seem like they don't really know what they're doing right now. I Bex, I freaked the fuck out. It was almost like a out of body experience. Cause I guess the only thing I have a true regret about the whole scenario is I wish I would have told Steve that he should be up on the stage playing, and I didn't, and I should have. I should have said that. Because he, like, oh my God, could you imagine radio company at an AC at a festival like that? That'd be amazing. Oh, it's because you met the guys? Awesome. It was like a weird thing too, just because it wasn't like a con, they weren't there to, they weren't paid to be there to meet fans. They were there to enjoy music and stuff. But I I think I was not obnoxious, even though I was very fangirly. So hopefully, but to Danielle and to Steve, I didn't mention Jensen at all. I was like, "No, I'm excited to meet you guys outside of Jensen." And then I saw that Jensen was there that next night. He was there watching Pink, I guess, with his daughter, but we were doing the silent disco at that point, so I was not going to run into him. But I doubt, even if I went and saw Pink, I don't think I would have seen him, because they had like special areas for people who pay like VIP prices. And unless you're like a super fan of one of the headliners and you've been waiting there to get a good standing location, then you're not going to be anywhere close to the VIP area. So I don't think I would have seen Jensen even if I had saw Pink, but that's fine. I'm fine not seeing Jensen. I was so happy to see Steve and Danielle, so it worked out. But yeah, the festival event is massive, and there's just so many people. We went and saw on Sunday. We saw Paramore, and we were pretty deep into the crowd and trying to get out. Like, oh my god, like I thought we were gonna get crowd crushed. It was intense. We had to like force our way to the middle. It was a lot, but Paramore had a great set. It was a lot of fun, and we'll probably go again next year. Maybe I'll see Jared, or if Jensen's there next time, maybe them too. But it's really unlikely. There's so many people there. It's just really just fortuitous how it all worked out. I swear, there's so many people there. You probably don't walk by the same person twice all 3 days. So the fact that I saw them on their very first day is wild. Lewis, I did post the picture on Discord. Yes, I did. It's in the Supernatural cast thread, I think. I think that's where I put it. You can, if you look at the picture, I'm pretty sure in the background between Steve and I think that's Danielle. I didn't realize it when I posted it at the time, but I was like, oh shit, I think I got Danielle in there. So I kind of did get a pic with her. It was just so cool. And then for the rest of the night, I was just floating. I was like, this is the best. I know. I really like when I saw, because that's how I noticed them, was her hair. And like you see, like everyone at a festival is fucking sweaty and tired and half dressed, and you sometimes have to go like really utilitarian about how you approach a festival because it's a marathon. But she was there looking perfect, looking like a million bucks, which obviously she has the money to look that good. And it was just like, oh, that's a famous person right there. But the fact that it was Danielle, someone that I have grown to know a lot about recently, it was just really surreal. It really, honestly, Lewis, I don't really believe in that shit, but it almost made me want to believe in meant to be and all that kind of stuff. Because, like, what are the odds? The odds are so high that I would run into them so organically. I wish I wasn't quite as turnt as I was, because I was uh, I was shaking. It was a lot. Yeah, and the picture is the thumbnail. Yeah. Victor, timeless versus supernatural? Come on. Come on. Come on. That's not close. Supernatural. I love timeless though. Rufus is my love. I love Rufus. And it definitely feels like an Eric Kripke show, but there's no contest for me. I'm sorry. I'm almost done with Timeless. I only got the 2 hour finale, which I'm actually really excited for because the finale really did set up, or the penultimate episode set up a really interesting finale, I think. So I'm excited to get to watch that. Artburst, I am your favorite supernatural reactor. Thank you. I'm so authentic and my smile is infectious. That is very sweet. I try to be my real self. It's kind of a weird thing being a person online, but yeah, you get the good and the bad. Don't really hold back. Chucky, God, supernatural. Yeah, Chuck is God. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? So yeah, I'm doing my makeup right now, guys, but I am not, like I said earlier, I'm not watching my Tuesday reactions tonight because I am woefully behind on editing because this weekend was exhausting. I'm also super tired. But I'm just doing my makeup now to have something to do while I'm talking, because otherwise it's awkward. Phantom Quartz. Have I seen Jensen, Jared, or Misha in other roles? Really, the only other thing is Jensen and the boys. I've maybe seen a episode or two of Gilmore Girls, but like only in passing. And I doubt he was either even probably in in the episode that I saw, and that was like when it was airing, like originally, so over a decade ago. So I wouldn't remember if I did. Misha, I don't think I've seen Misha in anything else. I've seen the clip of him in Nip Tuck, and I'll never forget that. So if I had to pick a favorite, I guess I would pick Jensen and the boys. Victor, Dean versus Sam. I mean, I love them both. I always have. That's never changed. But I've been a Dean girl since the jump. Could I do a Dark Angel reaction? I actually put it out there to my people who do the fan content request, that if someone wanted to make a Jensen compilation like of his like arc, I'd react to that. But I don't know if I'd do the whole show. It's definitely of a time and a place, and I'm actually surprised I didn't watch it when it was first on, just because that was definitely a genre and a time that would seem like something that I would want to do, but I never did, and I don't know if I would enjoy it quite as much as I would have then, because I'm a 36-year-old lady now. Oh yeah, Misha in the Timeless episode, that was iconic. Just because, thank you, Phantom, because that was such a tie-in to something Supernatural had done. That was just the funnest. I loved that. I do feel like a lucky person, Cassiel Forever, 100%. Like, I would have never have guessed that would have happened. And it just happened. Like, on the first day I got there, it was wild. Yeah, Jared's in Walker and Jensen's in Big Sky. The thing is I don't like cop shows. There are too many shows in the world that put cops in good lights, and not to say that there aren't good cops, but I'd be much more interested in watching a show that holds cops to accountability, and that's not really what those shows do. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch them. We'll see. Mail. Hi, Shelly. Have you seen Smallville? I have not. And I don't know if I said, but I would be into watching Jensen's arc on Smallville. I don't know. Smallville is like a bunch of seasons, yeah? I'm just so far away from being able to add a new show right now. So I've just I'm watching too much, is what I'm doing. So, oh, hey, Karen. I told my story, but you can rewind it and watch it back. But if y'all have any questions about the ACL event, if anybody wants to go, like if you want to meet one of the boys outside of cons, it would probably be the most likely scenario. It seems like they go a lot. I mean, it's a yearly thing in Austin, and I pretty much go every year. I haven't gone the last 2 years, obviously, because of COVID, but I plan on going next year. And not to meet them. Like I didn't. That's not why I went this year. We go every year just because it's so fun to get to see so many different bands in such a small amount of time, and just walking distance. You're like, oh, I'm not feeling this vibe. I'm just gonna walk over here and see somebody else. But it was great. 10 seasons for Smallville. Yeah, that's a lot. But Jensen's arc, I might watch it. I could watch it maybe. Da, da, da. I did react to that episode of Timeless with Misha in it. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Have I seen any recent J2 panels? Yeah, I mean, I'm watching all the new panels. They're over on Patreon. I'm not really putting fan content stuff on YouTube anymore, just because I'm tired and it's just one less thing to do. And, I haven't been doing it. But yeah, I still watch all the panels. They're just on Patreon. I guess forever. I watched all of Misa's filmography. I might watch some of their other stuff once I'm done with Supernatural, but Supernatural takes up so much of my time that I don't really have time for their curriculars. The Boys just happened to be something that I'm into and something I had already been wanting to watch. And then when Jensen went on it, and I was like, well, I gotta watch it now. The name is Liam. How would I like the movie for Timeless to go? Ooh, I know one thing. If they don't save Rufus, I will throw a fucking fit. I know that much. Rufus is the one shining reason that when I was, deciding what shows to keep off of my request, Rufus was the reason. So they better fucking save him. And I would also like some good stuff between Lucy and Flynn. I kind of really like their dynamic. Victor, vampires or wolves on Supernatural? Probably werewolves. Just because I don't know. I think the last werewolf thing that they did, was it red meat? Fresh meat, red meat, something like that. I just really like what they did with that. So I would go wolves. We'll give vampires to Buffy. The Winchesters is 100% something I will watch after Supernatural. I am so sad that I'm not finished with Supernatural and I can't watch the Winchesters right now. So yeah, as soon as I can, I will be watching the Winchesters. What shows are on my to watch list? Well, I have a slot on my schedule for like shows that I'm like hear good buzz about that are small runs. I just finished up Squid Game. That'll be coming to YouTube fairly soon. And I've just started Our Flag Means Death, which I'm loving already. But I do a poll every time one of those shows ends, and I kind of get the like newer shows that I want to watch through that. But as far as like old shows that like have big fan bases that want me to watch their show, I just don't have time to add anything. But I think I want to do Battlestar Galactica at some point. I've always heard really good things about that show. I always bandy about whether or not I want to watch The Sopranos, just because I try to watch all the like really prestige-y TV shows, and that's one of the only prestige TV shows that I haven't watched. Like I've seen The Wire, I've seen Breaking Bad, I've seen the classics, but I don't know if I want to watch The Sopranos. Charmed, I've seen too much of it, I think, to do reactions. It's my sister's favorite show, so occasionally I would watch episodes with her, so I don't know if it would be really a blind reaction if I watched it. I've seen The Vampire Diaries, ended up hating it by the end of it, but the first couple seasons are really good. Never seen True Blood. Oh, Benny Bex, you're right. I mean, I don't know if I would pick vampires just for Benny, but Benny over everything. I fucking love Benny. He's the best. Okay, I've heard your Arcane argument. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of anime. My son is a huge fan of anime, and we're watching Attack on Titan right now, and I like it. But I don't know. I just don't want to not like it. Usually if I commit to a show, I know I'll like it, or I'll know I'll like something about it, and I just don't want to. I don't know. Maybe. I just don't know about anime for me. Not a knock on it. It's just not really ever been something I've been into. One Tree Hill, I don't know. I can't really, like, I'm too old, honestly, for the teen shows. I can't really go back to that. I grew up on it, and I enjoyed it, but I'm 36. I don't really have a lot to relate to teenagers. I've seen American Horror Story, yes. I've seen them all. Mail, you were so happy that I added Merlin. I am too. I love it a lot. How far am I into the show? Oh, pronounced like Miley. Oh, cool. Okay, Miley. Um, I am a couple episodes into season 3 on Patreon right now for Merlin. Stranger Things, I've seen it. I watched that before I was a reactor. That's the thing. Like, by the time I decided to start doing reactions, I mean, I've always loved TV, so I've always watched a lot of it. So there's some shows that I've just seen. It's a work of art. Okay, you're selling it, Hasna. You're selling it. I'll think about it. I will think about it. Maybe I need to read a synopsis, or like, I don't really know anything about it other than that it's anime. Do I like police procedurals? No, I don't. I don't really like cop shows. Miley, I've never heard of Being Human, so I don't know. Lewis, you think I would like Arcane? Y'all are trying. Y'all been trying for a while. We'll see. Oh wow. S. Reeves, you've watched 14 episodes in a week of Downton? Look, I get it. Downton is great. Ugh, the melodrama. I love Downton. So I get it. And I'm I'm very happy that it was recommended to me because I love Downton. I've not seen The Magicians. I've never seen Motherland Fort Salem either. But I'm not starting any new shows right now, guys. So y'all can try all you want. My schedule is already too packed. I want to finish some shows so I can go. I don't mind reacting 3 times a week. And honestly, it's 4 times a week because I react to X-Files with Emily. I don't mind that many days a week, but it's the 3 a night that's really tough. I want to be able to get to 2 a night eventually. So we'll see. I watched Desperate Housewives when it was actually on air. Yeah. Oh, and I've seen ER too. I've seen a lot of shows. That's the thing. I love TV. It's always been my favorite thing. And so it'll be difficult for me to watch older stuff because I've seen a lot of it. Seen Orphan Black, not seen Fringe. Tatiana Maslany is so good in Orphan Black, and she was great in She-Hulk. I felt bad that I stopped reacting to the MCU shows right before She-Hulk came out because I thought She-Hulk was so genius. The finale was everything. But I needed to make room on my schedule, and Marvel is just so all-encompassing that I just don't have time for it. Would I ever rewatch Supernatural, the entire series? Well, I'm 100% going to rewatch it. The question is whether or not I would do videos. And I have some ideas about what I'm going to do after Supernatural ends, because obviously out of all the shows I watch, Supernatural is like my fandom that I'm in. So I definitely won't be done with Supernatural after I finish season 15. There's some stuff I want to do, but we'll get into it the closer I get to the end. And actually, Emily and I are going to do a live in a couple weeks, maybe months, or it's probably going to be a couple weeks. But there's some stuff there's some ideas I want to throw around and get your guys' opinions on and see what maybe will come after Supernatural. Oh, She-Hulk final meta versus Supernatural meta. They both do it really well, but Supernatural really doesn't break the fourth wall in the way that She-Hulk does. So that finale is something Supernatural can't say that they ever did. So, but Supernatural making the actors' names a part of the multiverse inside of the show is something that She-Hulk has never done. So they both have great qualities of their meta. but they both do it really well. Hey, Courtney, what's up? Miley, is there anything you're watching right now that you don't post? Also agree, Tatiana Maslany is everything. She's so good. Like, I knew she was going to be great as She-Hulk just because of how she bodied Orphan Black. So I wasn't worried about that. And as far as anything that I'm watching right now that I don't post, yes, but it'll eventually get to YouTube. Right now, I'm just waiting for the copyright to fall off of a couple more uh, of Squid Game, and then that'll start posting. And then after that, I'm watching Our Flag Means Death. But all of that will eventually get to YouTube. I have to wait. And the only other thing is that the Supernatural fan content stuff, I haven't been posting to YouTube just because of the hassle. So it's kind of like a Patreon exclusive just for the support that Patreon gives me. It's something that I give to them for as a part of it. Because honestly, if you like, I hardly make any money on YouTube. YouTube doesn't pay that well. But Patreon is my, the reason I'm able to do as much as I do. So some stuff I feel like I should just put on Patreon. But if you, have a random $5 one day, go to my Patreon and download all the old shit and then cancel it. So, I don't mind you doing that. You don't have to like be a patron every single month. Just one month you got $5 extra. Go on there and download all those old videos. Have I watched Glee? Phantom Quartz? Yes, I have. I sure did watch it. Fun fact, if you watch the Glee movie, I'm in it a little bit. For like 1 second, I'm in it. But don't look for it. Glee is, that show is not aging well, 100%, Lewis. Yeah. There were things I loved about it, but it turned into a fucking mess. On and off screen, so. I've not watched the disaster that is Riverdale, no. Like I've said, it's a teen show. I don't really watch teen stuff anymore. Too old. I am too fucking old. Rachel or Satana, why choose? I like them both. Controversial opinion, I guess. I know Karen had said on Discord that she wanted to know what acts I saw at ACL. So on Friday, I saw Arlo Parks. She was a chill ass vibe. She was a really good, like, midday, just kind of like sitting in the grass vibing. Then we saw that Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats, who sing the Son of a Bitch song. And so we were bopping to that. Billy Strings was so cool. Like, they were shredding on a banjo and a fiddle. It was wild. They were good. And I saw a little bit of the Chicks, a little bit of SZA. So that was Friday. Saturday, we got there at 3 and we saw Princess Nokia. She was hilarious. But we were dancing all over the place with that one, even though it was fucking hot and there was no shade. Then I heard a little bit of the Wallows, but that was just while we were eating. I saw the Front Bottoms, which was really good. They were really good. I had never heard them before, but someone online I know really likes them, so I checked them out, and they were good. I saw a little bit of Lil Nas X, and I didn't think it was that great. So then we went to Diplo. I didn't really like his set either. If I was, on Molly, maybe I would have liked it, but I was not on Molly. Then we went to the silent disco. If you've ever been like, if you can go to a silent disco, they are the funnest. But by the end of the night, I'm fucking exhausted. Emily had her step counter, and I think Friday she had 23,000 steps. Saturday she had 24,000, and Sunday she had 25,000. We walked a lot and danced and all kinds of shit. Da, da. I didn't go super early on Sunday. I stayed back at the B&B. But Emily and Molly saw Youngblood. They said they were very energetic. Pink Pantheress, which they said was very cute. She was a big Paramore fan, and Paramore brought her on stage, which was awesome. I saw that because I got there for Paramore. Her set was incredible. Hayley Williams' voice is so good. And then I saw like the first half of Casey Musgraves, and then I went and we moshed out to Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that was our weekend. So it was super fun. Okay, what questions? What do I want out of season 12, and how am I liking it so far? I'm liking it a lot. I want more Mary and what that relationship means to Dean and Sam, and I want more Cass and Crowley. It's been so fun. You know, I would say I didn't love Rick Springfield as Lucifer. That wasn't really the vibe for me, so I'm kind of glad that's over. But I'm still waiting to see what this British Men of Letters stuff is going to bring. But as far as the stuff with our characters and their relationships, I'm very much digging, loving Mary being here. ACL is a music festival in Austin called Austin City Limits. It's a 2-weekend event. We went to weekend 2. Kit, would I ever consider reacting to The Sandman? Maybe. It's one of those shorter run shows. It may end up on my poll over on Patreon once I'm done watching what I'm watching, but we'll see. I've heard mixed reviews on that one. Do I like kaiju? I've seen Godzilla, I've seen King Kong. They're not like my favorite. I'm not a super action-y kind of person. Action isn't one of my favorite genres, but I like a good popcorn movie. Who is my favorite female character in the shows? Of all the shows? Or the ones that I've reacted to? Like, my favorite female character of all time is Buffy Summers, clearly. But, like, of the shows that I'm reacting to, I'd have to think about it. Maybe Regina on Once Upon a Time? Maybe? I'd have to think about it. Doctor Who, maybe I'll eventually do Doctor Who. Not sure. Who is my favorite actress? Choose Frances Conroy. Well, I don't know who Frances Conroy is. I apologize. I don't know. Do I have a favorite actress? I don't know if I have a favorite actor. Well, I guess Jensen, but that transcends actor. I like him for just everything. Am I still shipping Dean of Cass? Of course I am. I ship it more than y'all even know. Like, I ship it like it's my OTP. I think about them every day, but like I don't like talk about it all the time just because it's not the only thing that I love about Supernatural. But yes, Destiel is my true love. My favorite male character, Dean Winchester. Yep. Sorry if I answered this. Have not seen Good Omens. That is one that I might add to my Patreon poll. Yeah. It's only like 1 or 2 seasons, yeah. Oh, you almost forgot to ask me about my opinion about Misha playing Lucifer. Cassifer. I thought he did an amazing job. I loved Cassifer. I wish we got more of it. I wish we would have gotten more of Cassifer before Dean and Sam knew that he was Lucifer. I wish they would have played that more. But yeah, I haven't loved Rick Springfield's Lucifer. Lucifer is kind of a joke to me right now. So they're trying to make him back being the big serious bad again. And I'm waiting to see whether or not that's going to work for me. Jensen is a category unto himself. You were 100% correct, Courtney. Friends or How I Met Your Mother. I've seen both. I'll probably go Friends just because I saw it when I was young and I've watched it way more. But I like How I Met Your Mother too. They're very similar. Marvel or DC? Marvel, 100%. 100%. Good Omens has a second season to come out next year. I might do Good Omens in my poll. See Mr. Robot, love it. Great show. Gotham, are you talking about the Gotham show that was on NBC? No. I'm probably not going to watch any DC shows. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I just don't have time, and the shows that I'm going to choose are going to be ones I know I really want to watch. And I don't think I want to watch that one. I'm probably not even gonna react to Gotham Knights. I'm sorry. It's a teen show. It might be the thing where I might watch Misha's arc, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch the show. Have I seen any scenes of Jensen when he was in Days of Our Lives? There was a little bit in the unofficial biography that someone requested. I think it was it Linda? So I've seen a smidge. I can't look at Jensen when he's young. It's like looking at the sun. I have to look away. It's too much. Joe Blue. I don't know if you recorded it already, but you guys are going to love Bad Blood. Well, Joe Blue, you are correct. We have seen it and we loved it. It's probably my favorite episode. I love that episode. I laughed the whole time. I don't know how I'm going to edit it. The poll is getting hard. I mean, it's hard for me just because every show I've put on my poll is something I want to watch. So I keep adding shows to it. I'm never going to get to watch some of them, but that's what the poll's for. I would like the British show Ghost. Never heard of it. Sliders 90s retro reaction. I'm already watching Highlander, which is a really good 90s retro reaction. So I'm kind of getting that vibe already. Do I like video games? I did when I was a kid. My son is a huge gamer. But no, I don't play video games anymore. What am I hoping for Dean and Cass this season? Also talking about Jensen is so relatable. I mean, look, we're all here. We're all Jensen girls, or I am, you are. We get each other. What I'm hoping for Dean and Cass? Just more of them. We don't get a lot, so what we do get feels like super special. But I would like some continuation from what happened with Cass at the end of season 9. I want him to kind of verbalize or understand what his feelings are for Dean. I would like to have a clearer idea of what that is, because what the show posited hasn't really been delved into further since that happened. So I would like that. And, Dean bringing Cass in at the end of last season really is like saying, hey, you are a part of this family. Really trying to make him understand that. I want more of that. I think it's going to take more of that for Cass to truly believe it. Courtney, you have a fun story. You went to college where they filmed a lot of Dawson's Creek. Oh, cool. I watched Dawson's Creek when it was on, and I still can't remember Jensen's character, which is wild. But by season 6, I was kind of already checked out. But yeah, it's weird that he was on that show, and I watched it all those years ago, never knowing that he would one day become my obsession. Miley, you just remembered Mark Pellegrino plays the villain in season 1 of Being Human. Oh, cool. He's already, I knew him before Supernatural because he was in Lost and was a very important character in that show. I'll have to look into it. I've never really heard anything about Being Human. Lewis, yes, I'm very torn about Heartstopper because, like I said, I'm not really like, I don't watch teen shows and things like that. And this is even younger than that. These are like little baby kids, right? So, I mean, I think I like it, but I don't know. Is it for me? Is it for kids? I don't really know. Um, Favorite and least favorite MCU movies and shows. My favorite show is WandaVision. I just love it to death, and nothing has been able to quite get up there. But She-Hulk is up there for me. I loved She-Hulk. It was so fun. Uh, my favorite Marvel movie is Infinity War and Winter Soldier, and then No Way Home would be third. My least favorite MCU show was Hawkeye, and it's not close. That one was definitely my least favorite. And my least favorite MCU movie is probably The Incredible Hulk, but if we're not counting that one, probably Thor: The Dark World, I guess. Maybe not even that. Maybe Iron Man 2. Have I watched Outlander or Spartacus? I have not seen either of those, no. Karen, you skipped out on season 6 of Dawson. Oh, wow. So you missed Jensen and didn't even realize? Highlander gets better in season 2 and 3, and 4 and 5 are the best. Okay. I like the direction that season 2 is going in. The Watchers is really interesting to me, so I'm excited about that. Joe Blue, do I watch medical stuff? I've seen House. I've seen Scrubs. I've not seen Becker. Yeah, I like medical stuff, but the procedurals that are like 22 episodes that are like 10 seasons, like that gets repetitive to me. I don't think I'd want to react to anything like that. What's been my favorite arc of Dean? I mean, it's hard to beat Mark and Kane. That shit was wild. And very stressful to me. I love Demon Dean. I love every version of Dean. It's really hard for me to pick. But Demon Dean was a special time. And I'll be very excited to rewatch that because during Demon Dean, I was suffering. I was suffering so much just because I didn't know how bad he was going to be. And now that I know he made it out of it, I can go back and just fully, like, just love it and not be worried the whole time. So I'm actually really excited to rewatch that arc. Oh yeah, the Winchester's about to start. Yeah, you guys have to go watch that. I'm so excited for you. I want to watch it. Yeah, I'll probably end this at 7, so here soon. But y'all can, I'll put this video up, and if you missed my story about meeting Steve and Danielle, you'll be able to rewatch it. Do I think the X-Men should be introduced in the MCU? No, bring them in the MCU. Why not? That'll be so fun. I mean, they kind of already have. They've already introduced mutants, and because Miss Marvel's one, so they can do it. No, it doesn't have to be super connected, but why not? Like that's the one. Like that's the coolest thing about Marvel is that they've been able to keep it all connected, but also it's separate thing. Okay, bye, Courtney. Y'all enjoy the Winchesters. Heartstopper is not necessarily for kids. It's very wholesome and heartwarming. Definitely something for adults too. Yeah, it'll probably end up on my poll. Am I doing con reaction? They're only on Patreon. Yeah, it's just one less thing that I have to do every month. So it's just Patreon. I'll still put like the extra stuff, like when I end the season and it's the con, like the big San Diego con. I'll still put those on YouTube, but everything else is on Patreon. But like I said, if you got a free $5 1 month, just go and download all the old stuff. Just do that, and then you can cancel it. Lewis, you're trying to get me. I see what you're doing. I really like Jongen, so I'll probably put it on there, okay? Oh, I've seen BBC Sherlock. Seen it. I know. No, he was too good for her. Castiel forever. How dare you? I love Jen. Jen deserves the world. She was treated like shit. Oh, there's an X-Files game? That would kind of be fun. What console? I have not watched Werewolf by Night. I'm actually really excited to watch it, but I have not gotten around to it. I've been super fucking busy promoting Patreon socially, just casually. But you definitely don't have to. Like, if you don't have the money, don't stretch yourself. Jeez, it's not worth it. But yeah, it's 7. You guys go watch, or it's 7 for me. So you guys go watch the Winchesters. I hope it's great. I'm so excited to finally watch it when I'm able. But yeah, y'all go do that. Do I get tired of Dean's hypocrisy, him being rude to Sam and Cass? Dean is so layered, and he's got so much shit that he hasn't dealt with, and he doesn't know how to process shit correctly. So no, I don't get tired of it. I just wish the show would let him understand how to deal with his shit. And I don't know if they'll ever let him do that. Oh, it's on PC. All I have is Max. Okay, guys. I'm peacing out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, letting me relive my amazing, amazing experience meeting Steve Carlson and Danielle Ackles. So, peace. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys soon.